I don't think Washington will go for it because I don't think he's in our ethos of where we got this new team ethos, and I don't think Devontae Adams fits a team ethos. It's all about him.
Can you possibly get the word ethos into a sentence more?
And also, fuck's sake, this team have been together 4 weeks. So, shut up about your fucking ethos.
Yeah, we're all right for cat room, but I just don't think Devontae Adams would be a good fit at Washington. Not with our ethos.
I reckon the biggest problem that Washington have is their ethos. Once they've got rid of that ethos, they'll become a much better team.
The place where we need to spend it is on defense and definitely a cornerback.
Ethos?
Yeah, that's where our ethos needs to be now. It's our defense. Yeah. And this is what we said about Washington again. Start with.
We'll come to Washington. Stop bringing up fucking Washington all the time.
It's all about your ethos.
Fucking ethos.
No, but I'm just saying Anthony Richardson and Jaden Daniels quite similar. Washington had a good draft, I thought, drafting Jaden Daniels, second round pick, second overall pick.
Just
I heard their first overall pick was ethos. All right, should we talk about the fucking Commanders at the Cardinals then?
I think we should.
Right, now on to the Patriots and 49ers. You can. Here's your gloating section.
Okay, so this game, apart from Cardinals' opening drive where they went down and scored it, and it looked like it was going to be a lot closer when they first started.
It was 0-0 at the time.
It was 0-0 at the time, but I'm just trying to think what's the quarterback called. I forgot his name already. Little fella.
Murray.
Yeah, Callum Murray, and he looked really good on the first drive, and then it went to Harrison Jr. with a good touchdown, and thought, oh my God, this is going to be a long day. We already knew that with Washington's defense, this could have been another 38-35 game. We saw what Jaden Daniels could do against Bengals, but admittedly, we've just gone through Bengals not being a great defensive team. But going Arizona, in Arizona, I thought Washington controlled both sides of the ball really, really well. Just a shame that we had to use Tress Way this week, our punter, which he punted once in 3 games now.
That's shocking, that, isn't it?
Yeah. But just stat-wise, everywhere, we've got Brian Robinson running the ball over 100 yards. He looks really good. We had Norston Eckler. He was out with a concussion, and we brought in Jerry McNichols, who ran in for 2 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels again did his stuff, only running for 8 times this time, and he got 47 and another touchdown for him. That's 4, like I said earlier. That's 4 for this season, rushing. I thought our defense played really well. Wagner, Luvu, and we're creating turnovers, which has always been a problem with Washington previously. I just feel there's a different feeling, a new feeling at Washington. It's not doom and gloom anymore. There's one of optimism. There's one of, we can see something being built. I certainly didn't think we'd be 3-1 at this stage. I got us down for 7 wins, I think, for the season. But I think where this is going, it's looking good. Now, look, I'm not saying we'll go on into playoffs. I'm not. We could go and lose next 3, 4, 5 games. But I can't see it happening. Terry McLaurin's now coming in with touchdown catches, and Zach Ertz has been a great acquisition, by the way. He blocks his life out. He works for the team. He's so impressive. But Jaden Daniels, I think he's going to be a star.
I'll take the easy comment and say Jaden Daniels has made it. I mean, it's easy to say that he's been the catalyst for it all, but without a doubt, he's been the shining gem of that draft class so far. One thing that I really
progressively, because first couple of weeks, he wasn't great. Week on week, he's improved.
Yeah, and you could say the same for Caleb Williams, but Daniels is in another stratosphere.
Yeah, no, Williams hasn't improved to the same extent that Daniels has.
But there's one thing, I can't remember if it was in this weekend's game or the weekend before. When was that massive pass to McLaurin that he caught on the corner?
That was Bengals week 4.
The week before. So in that game, I think there was a time where you were just going into 4th and 5 territory or something like that. And I think there was a call to send the punt, or it might even have been a field goal, I don't know. And Daniels was like shouting at the bench, "No, trust me, let me." And he took ownership of it, and he managed to get the first down from it. And I thought that showed massive sort of confidence from the coach as well to let him do it, but also having the balls to make that call himself. That to me shows a lot more than.
Yeah, you want that from your quarterback. You want your quarterback to be the one making the calls on the field.
But as a rookie,
as a rookie, you'll get it sometimes, but you won't necessarily get it this early into a rookie career. But it's still good that we said before about Bryce Young, and the thing that's hit his confidence. Daniels, his confidence hasn't been affected yet because nothing's happened to affect his confidence. So as long as he keeps playing well and Washington keep getting good results, he's going to stay confident.
Yeah. And to be fair, Callum just brought up a good comment there, and he's absolutely right. Our offensive line last year was shambolic. For the last 2-3 seasons have been absolutely awful. Looked really good. So far, looked really good. And of course, it was Cliff Kingsbury's return to Arizona. He's now the Washington's offensive coordinator. I think he's opened this playbook up really well. And if you can remember against the Bengals, I forgot who it was who said to the Bengals, said, "Oh, he just does the easy things. I mean, just no more than a college offense." I forgot who said that. But yeah, that's come back to bite him on his arse a little bit.
Your defense turned up for the first time this weekend.
That's the biggest surprise.
It was. I mean, I was surprised, particularly after that opening drive for the Cardinals. I was very surprised when this turned into a bit of a blowout. Even at halftime, it was only a 1-score game at halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we did get the ball.
Yeah, but the Cardinals did fuck all second half.
Did nothing. But I think that's what made our stats a lot better, because when you're so far behind, you know yourselves to get back in it, you've got to pass the ball. And so we just kind of like blitzed a lot on Kyler Murray because we knew we weren't going to run. But then they did start running with James Conner, who got like 104 yards. But that's because we were just sending the house to Kyler Murray. We sacked him 4 times. He threw for under 150 yards. He only ran once as well, which is a bit strange. That because Kyler Murray usually just sets off anyway, doesn't he? And off he goes. But it's almost something's happened to Kyler Murray where he's been told, "Look, you're getting hurt too much. Stay in the pocket."
Well, if you look at that, the game was against the Rams in week 2 where they just decimated them. It was a great offensive showing from the Cards. And then to watch that on Sunday, it was 2 completely different teams. I thought I was watching. So something's happened.
I think they are those sort of players. I think Kyler Murray is that sort of quarterback. He's a Jekyll and Hyde quarterback. He's going to have great games against any team, but he can also absolutely suck ass in any game. So I think that's just the player he is. He's always going to be like that.
Whether there's an injury sort of looming or not, because like you say, he's normally a dual threat. But did you say he only had one rush? That's not like him. So something's happened there.
But if you're chasing the game, and they were chasing the game early on, so more pass attempts, more risky pass attempts.
But you say pass attempts, but he only had 22 attempts passing.
So what was he doing then? Dropping back and just standing there waiting to get crushed?
He just stood there ready to be crushed. But what happened was they had 22 passing attempts, and they did have rushing wise 32 attempts rushing.
Well, Connor's a very tough runner.
Oh, he really is. Yeah,
but you need to mix it up a bit more than just having James Conner.
No, I agree with that. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Still got potential, that great touchdown, but
what did he do after that in terms of if you knock off that first drive? What did he do?
In the second quarter, he had no targets at all. I think that the first 5 drives for the Cards was the touchdown, then it was 3 and out, punt, and then was it a pick or a fumble? I can't remember, but that just sort of kind of summed it up, I think.
And just going back to Washington, of course,
Obviously.
I think with this ethos we've got now, with
I wasn't aware we'd moved away from them.
But it looked like our last drive we were just going to go down, and not our last drive, but near our last drive, it looked like we just needed 3 points to get that 16 clear, and it was like, oh, I'll tell you what, let's throw it, and Terry McLaurin got a touchdown. I think this is what we don't usually see. It's like with 3rd and 6 or something, it's usually a draw play, get 3-4 yards, the kicker will come on, but no, he stepped back and zipped it to Terry McLaurin, and I thought that's so different. I think it's exciting times at the moment. I don't want to get carried away, and I'm not really one to get carried away, but this was our first 30 points plus 30 plus points back-to-back wins since week 10-11 of 2017.
Hell.
All right, let me put this to
on the
you.
up.
While you're still talking about Washington, based on what we've seen so far, every team has played 4 games. Is it fair to say Washington should be the favourites for their division?
Or are they at least contenders?
Well, I think we're contenders. Cowboys and Eagles are probably up there. We won't know until we've played.
Based on this season, though, what we've seen so far this season.
Well, let's just say that the Giants are the Giants. They'll finish bottom, I think. So it's going to be a 3-way run. So far, I would say we are the best team in the East. Yeah, so far.
NFC
East. Yeah. Or the NFL.
Not one to
Don't
get
push
carried
it.
away.
Don't push it.
Yeah, if our defense can play like that every week, Joe Witt, who's there, he knows we are poor and limited on defense. He knows this, so he's continually now. I think he's getting better and learning our limitations and what he can do and what he can't do, and he'll learn and keep getting better. So my biggest worry, we play Ravens in a few weeks' time, and with Derrick Henry against us, that could be a blowout. That could be painful. Also, just one last thing. Also, one interesting thing.
I'll tell you what, the bonus episode this week is just going to be Dazzla talks about Washington's ethos.